Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me.
Hello, what's up dudes, welcome to my channel Deadline Kicks. In this video, as per your request, I am reviewing about the manager G. Henrique, whose real name is Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho is one of the finest tacticians in football world. He had used many different formations during his coaching career in order to get the best out of his players' characteristics. It is very difficult to predict Mourinho's tactics during the attacking phase. He tried new strategies and tactics and implemented that on each game. He also popularized parking the best strategy when he was in Chelsea. He had also won 2 UCL titles in Inter Milan and FC Porto. Jose Mourinho was the first winner of FIFA Best Men's Coach in 2010. Now let's review about Jose Mourinho in PES 20. As we all know that Jose Mourinho is not a licensed manager in PES 20, so he is in the name G. Henrique. He has same formation both in offensive and defensive tactics. He follows 5-2-2-1 formation in PES 20 and his management skill is 870. So you can use players having higher player cost. We can use a team which has team strength up to 4800 to 4900. G. Henrique follows different strategies in offensive and defensive tactics. At first, let's check his offensive tactics. G. Henrique follows possession game as attacking styles in PES 20. You can see that in possession game, we will have the majority possession on the ball. And we attacks keeping the possession. I will show you how attacks by keeping the possession on the ball.
We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
The build-up is short pass, so the scoring is made by short passes. In this video, you can see that I am attacking by giving short passes. The attacking area is wide, so the attacking will be through wings. In this video, you can see that I am attacking through the wings by using my left fullbacks and right fullbacks. The positioning is flexible. In this strategy, if any one of our player moves forward for attacking, other players nearby that player will occupy that position and keeps on playing until that player comes back from attacking. You can see that when one of my player moves forward to attack, the player nearby it occupies his position and plays in that position. G. Henrique follows frontline pressure as his defensive style. In frontline pressure, the ball is recovered as soon after you loses the possession on the ball. This strategy is called frontline pressure. In this video, you can see that my players keeps highly pressing on the opponent to recover back the possession. As you can see that the containment area is wide. Containment area wide is a defensive technique which makes a trap by giving space for your opponent to attack through wings. In this video, you can see that when my opponent tries to attack through wings, my defense beats his attacks. Next, if he looks towards pressing, it is aggressive. Aggressive pressing means if we had lost the possession on the ball, our players will highly keep pressing on the opponent to regain back the possession. So during aggressive pressing, the players will move towards the opponent without maintaining their positions. Okay guys, now let's check G. Henrique's defensive tactics in PES 20. G. Henrique follows counter-attacking styles in defensive tactics. So most of the goals will be scored from counter-attacks. In this video, you can see that I have scored a goal from a counter attack. The build-up, positioning and the containment area in defensive tactics is same as in the offensive tactics. Henrique follows all defense as his defensive style in defensive tactics. In all defense, the ball is not recovered as soon as you loses the possession on the ball. The players will not move forwards to recover the ball. If the possession is lost, the players will move back to their position and then will defend. So each player will get enough time to move back to their positions in this type of defensive styles. In defensive tactics, the pressing is conservative. In conservative pressing, the players defend opponents by maintaining a position and they will not move forward to recover the ball. You can see that my players are defending by maintaining their position. Okay guys, now let's move to the players' suitability. First, let's look which player is well suited for the goalkeeping position in the offensive tactics. We should choose goalkeepers having playing styles as offensive goalkeeper. For example, Manuel Neuer, Mark ter Stegen, Alisson Becker, Ederson Morris, etc. Next, if we look towards center backs, we should choose a player with good height, jump, man marking and build-up as playing styles as center back number 1. Examples of players having build-up as playing styles are Virgil van Dijk, Harry Maguire, De Ligt, Thiago Silva, Clement Lenglet, Skriniar, etc. Then we should choose a player having extra frontman as playing styles as center back number 2 and 3. For example, Gerard Piqué, Sergio Ramos, Koulibaly, etc. Next, in the case of right backs and left backs, we should choose offensive or defensive fullbacks having good speed. You should choose an offensive fullback in his offensive tactics and a defensive fullback in his defensive tactics. Examples of offensive fullbacks well suited in Henrique's formation are Roberto Carlos, Cafu, Andy Robertson, David Alaba, etc. And example of defensive fullbacks are Cesar Azpilicueta, Pavard, etc. Next, as we comes to the center midfield, you should choose an orchestrator or a box-to-box player as center midfielder number 1. Examples of players having more orchestrator as playing styles are De Jong, P. Scholes, etc. Examples of box-to-box players are David Beckham, Lothar Matthäus, Pavel Nedved, Allen, etc. Then you should choose an anchorman or a destroyer as center midfielder number 2. You should choose an anchorman in Henrique's defensive tactics and a destroyer in Henrique's offensive tactics. Examples of anchorman are Sergio Busquets, Casemiro, Fabinho, etc. And examples of destroyers are Patrick Vieira, Kante, Fernandinho, etc. Next, in the case of RMF, it is better to use a roaming flank or a creative playmaker. Examples of roaming flank are Lionel Messi, Salah, Coutinho, Son Heung-min, etc. And examples of creative playmakers are Neymar, De Bruyne, Di Maria, Dybala, etc. Next, in the case of LMF, it is better to choose a prolific winger or a whole player. Examples of prolific wingers are Cristiano Ronaldo, Sadio Mane, Raheem Sterling, Eden Hazard, etc. And examples of whole players are Griezmann, Marcus Ruiz, Firmino, Aaron Ramsey, etc. As we move towards the center forward position, a goal poacher with good first and shot accuracy is well suited to this position. For example, Kylian Mbappe, Sergio Aguero, Roberto Lewandowski, etc. In substitution bench, always keep a defensive goalkeeper because you can use him in the defensive tactics when you find your opponent hard to beat. Examples of defensive goalkeepers are Thibaut Courtois, Jan Oblak, Oliver Kahn, Hanovic, etc. Next, you should choose a destroyer in the substitution bench if you are using an anchorman in the main squad, and keep a player of each position, and it is better to have a super sub in your substitution bench. As in the real football, Jose Mourinho is one of the best managers in PES 20. If you use these tricks, you can use him more effectively than you have used before. Let's wind up this video. Thanks for watching. It's me Justin signing off from DeadLC.
Night. town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your